Hi, my name is Vinícius. I am a data analyst and LaTeX editor, and in this video, I will show you how to create a Streamlit app to analyze real estate properties across distinct locations. To do that, we are going to combine statistics, data visualization, and storytelling techniques to create our solution. Hence, let's proceed with the practical part with this quick start. But first, an overview. Analyzing residential properties for sale in Brazil can be a time-consuming task. Of course, there are great public reports, but no interactive visualizations, principally thinking on people who are not specialized in real estate market. So, a solution to that is to combine Python, data visualization, statistics, and storytelling techniques to create a Streamlit app. And to do that, the prerequisite needed is familiarity with Python programming language. So, in this quick start, we will learn how to combine data visualization and storytelling to analyze residential properties via strip plots, how to create two strip plots, one for analyzing residential properties, annual appreciation over locations, and another for analyzing the price by square meter over locations. And finally, you will learn how to structure and turn this solution into a Streamlit app. Hence, you will need a GitHub account in case of needing cloning the repository, a Python IDE installed such as VS Code, and a sample dataset. In this case, Brazilian real estate properties appreciation over 50 cities. At the end, you will build an appreciation of residential properties app with Streamlit. So let's discuss the working principle of this app. This app is based on this visual called strip plot. We have several values over the y-axis, and here each dot represents a city or a location. So the user selects a location, and this location will be highlighted in green, differing from the other locations. We also add some statistical measures to give some context to this chart, and the first one is the first quartile, which represents where 25% of the data falls in. Then we have the third quartile, which represents where 75% of the data falls in. And we also have the median, which splits the data into two halves, and in this case will give us a sense of national average, because in this particular case, the median is closer to the mean. So let's proceed and move to the code part. Hence, we are going to create here our Streamlit app. So let's add some file here. We are going to save this file. Here we are going to call it real estate analyzer. Okay, but let's take a look on the code first. So I will maximize this. And the first thing we need is to import our modules. We are going to import NumPy. That's intended for handling arrays. And here we're going to use specifically to calculate percentiles. We are going to use pandas to manipulate our dataset as data frame. We are going to use two libraries for data visualization, such as matplotlib and Seaboard. And we are importing Streamlit as ST, which is the basis for the app. After that, we are going to set up our matplotlib figures, which applies also to Seaboard, as matplotlib is the basis for Seaboard. And here we are basically customized font family, font size, font weight, adding some colors, and customizing the ticks for Y and X. And this is pretty intuitive. Let's copy and paste this. Okay, next thing, we need to load the data. So to load the data, we are going to use pandas.read CSV and read our file, which is a CSV. And as the second column of our dataset has a lot of decimal places, we can then round this second column into 2 decimal places and add a times 100 here to standardize this data regarding the format, the number format. So let's copy here this one and paste it there in our script. I will change just this part here. And let's move on to our app itself. So the first thing is to configure the page setup. We can use setPageConfig method of Streamlit, add a page title, a page icon. We can set the layout, center it. The other option will be white, but the center is better for this app. And we configure the sidebar initial state as collapsed. So it will be turned off by default in the beginning of the app. The sidebar will be intended to store some information about app usage. So we're going to set a header first, which is the title of our app, Appreciation of Residential Properties in Brazil. And here we can add in the sidebar an information about how to use this app. Made that, we are going to create a list of cities, which will be sorted. And this list will be obtained from the column of the data frame location, BR straight location, when you are going to store in this list the unique values for each location. So each location will be stored in this list, and we are going to create a widget for selection, the user selection for the city. We st select box, and we add a label, select city, and the options are inside the cities list. Done that, we can split the select city and the other seats by using the .query method of pandas, in which the location will be equal our city or it will be different from our select city. Let's copy and paste this one and add in our working script. And next we're going to create our strip plots, and the idea will be the same for the two. The first one, I called it chart 1. I added some subplots with a specified figure size. We create 2 strip plots, one from the background, which refers to the other cities, and the second one will be related to the select city. So we set up the y-axis as annual appreciation for the first one. We add a color. We had a jitter, which is an option of a strip plot that decreases the overlay of points. So as this increase, the overlay of points decreases. So we had this. We add some size, line width, color for the edge, and some opacity. Next, we create our statistical measures by calculating the median, the first percentile, and the third percentile. The percentile is calculated with NumPy, and the median calculated by median method from pandas. Next, we use xh line to create lines, reference lines for these values. So the y-axis will be on these values. We add some color, line style, and line width. We add some text here using .text method from matplotlib, and we use fill between x to fill the information, the area between the first and the third quartile. After, for a better looking, we set up the x limits into -1 to 1 and add some customizations for axes and titles here. For example, we exclude the ticks from x, they are not necessary, and we add some titles from y label, chart title, and so on, adding a legend too. The same idea applies for the second strip plot, so we are going to copy and paste. The second strip plot will be related to the price by squared meter. Let's copy the first, and let's copy the second one. Okay. And let's finalize the app by splitting these charts into columns, set up a legend, and also display a data frame for the select point. So the first one, The first code block will be related to the creation of two columns. Remember, we did not show the charts yet, and here we are going to show it to the user. So we start two columns. We call the first left and the second right st.columns. We create two columns. In the left column, we are going to show with st.pyplot the first plot called chart 1. And in the right column, we are going to store and show the chart 2. After that, we are going to add some informational text as a legend below the charts. And as matplotlib does not allow you to move the mouse over the points and show the number for that point, this can be done with other libraries, but matplotlib does have support. So we are going to show up a data frame for the select location. So we can use st.frame. We call our data frame and use a query method to inform that location is our selected city. And we show our columns of the data frame, all them. After that, we can add some reference indexes from Brazil, in this case, and they are inflation taxes. So we have the EPCA and EGPAM, and some information about the publicity of the data. Then we can add some authorship to this app. Let's copy and paste this one, starting by the columns. Okay. We can add some legend. And here we can add authorship. For example, I will place my name, st.write Vinícius Oviedo, and I will save this. Okay, and the next thing we need to do is to add some theme. To create the theme, we are going to add a folder here called .streamlit. And inside this folder, we can add a config file to add some dark theme to our app. Here we set up the primary color, background color, secondary background color. We add some default color for the text color, and we add a font family equal to serif. Let's save. And now we can check if this is properly working by using the command line Streamlit run real state analyzer. Let's check. So it's working. And here is our app. Let's show the sidebar. It contains information about the app. We can select here a city. For example, let's see here. Brasilia has a low appreciation below the first quartile, which is bad. And the average price by square meter is high, so it's not a good opportunity. For example, let's see here. Balneário Camboriú has a high appreciation, but a high price by square meter. Let's see another one. This is performing as the average. This is interesting, Praia Grande, São Paulo. In this case, we have appreciation above the national average, which is high, and a price by square meter below the average, which stands for a possible opportunity if you are going to analyze this location with the other one. So here we have the selection, show it as a data frame. So we have location Praia Grande, São Paulo, annual appreciation of it 14%, and a square meter of approximately 5,000. And here we can see the other information. Now you know how to use Streamlit statistics, data visualization, and storytelling techniques to analyze residential properties across distinct locations. Although this app takes into account Brazilian real estate properties, you can surely apply the same methodology to any country's data. Let's recapitulate what we covered. How to combine the mentioned techniques to analyze residential properties via strip plots, and how to structure and theme your solution into a Streamlit app. Some related resources here are the GitHub repository, which can be found here, and it's available on the Snowflake Quick Start page. And here we have this resource here, which shows how to customize Matplotlib figures using slide sheets and RC params. It's a great material. And last, we have this nice reading material written by Steve Wexler. So I hope this quick start was helpful and insightful to you. So I would like to thank you for your attention and for watching this video. Thank you.